Good afternoon, everyone. This video I will be talking about different learning strategies. The first question, which ones were successful for you? To me, metacognitive strategies are something that helped me. Which metacognitive strategies have to do with thinking about learning. Creating a calendar is something that always helped me. Writing in a planner on when weekly assignments would be due, so I can use the calendar as a reference to make sure that to go back and look at so I wouldn't forget any assignments. Planning how to study for a test, whether I sometimes even think about maybe creating a mini PowerPoint and on the different aspects of the things I would have to know and study for a test. Cognitive strategies would have to do with deepening your understanding. Making flashcards to review for a test is something that helped me a lot, especially in Spanish, learning different skills and different words that I would need to know for an upcoming test. Which relates to memory. Memory was one of my main things that helped me a lot. I was very good at memorizing things. I would always study again for Spanish and other content areas, the materials that were needed on flashcards, and I'd always review the ones that I didn't know. I'd go back to them and practice them even more. Memory. Another example of memory was actually when I was a junior in college. I took a marriage and families class because my degree was in sociology. The professor said, "Oh, pick up your quizzes. They might be able to help you for your final exam." So I took home all our quizzes throughout the semester. I studied those questions. And believe it or not, 35 to 40 out of the 50 questions were actually the same exact questions on the final. So from studying that, I ended up getting a good grade, since 35 to 40 of the questions out of the 50 were on the final exam. Social strategy, such as working with others, helped me. When I was in 10th grade, I did a forensics project. Working with others helped me bounce off ideas. That's similar to Reese's 2012 video. Reese states that it's better for English language learners to work with students who are advanced English language learners or native speakers of English compared to other English language learners. And to me that makes sense, since English language learners can get information that they don't know from their English-speaking peers or advanced English language learners. Some metacognitive strategies that didn't work for me were breaking long assignments into shorter segments. Like, to me, if I had a big assignment, I'd rather get it all done at once and not break it up, because once I start something, I like to finish it. And that's similar to when Reese 2012 gave an example about a boy who was good at math, but he struggled with reading, who was an English language learner. That was similar to me when I was in 3rd grade. I was really good at math, but I struggled with reading. For example, it was when we were doing 3rd grade multiplication word problems. I understood the numbers, but I didn't really understand what was being asked really, because it was hard for me to understand the words that were in the problem. So what helped me was circling and color coding the information that was given in the word problem. I would also make a visual to help me solve the problem. Similar to the University of Oregon 2009 video on contextualized learning. The teacher would write down on the board what the student said, and she'd color code it based on verbs, adverbs, pronouns, to show what the students are thinking. That was the way to break down the different words and what students were learning. And also the visuals, when she created the tree and showed the canopy on top of what she built as a visual, that's something that helped me as well. Creating visuals for me when I was completing the math problem, similar to the 3rd grade multiplication math problem, similar to the example in the Reese 2012 book, was that I used a visual to solve my answers, which helped me grasp and get a better understanding of what I needed to do. And going back to color coding, like the teacher did in the video, I used color coding to figure out what the students were trying to find out in the problem. So I would circle that in one color, then I'd circle the numbers or underline the numbers in another color, just so it was broken down easier for me to understand what I needed to figure out from the multiplication word problem when I was in 3rd grade. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.